Good morning everybody. I thought I might try a little video of my garage. It's currently just coming up for 10:15 at Lithgow in the morning on, what day are we today? We're the 4th of January. It's also already over 30 degrees outside and catastrophic weather conditions, massive fire warnings. But anyway, so I'm not taking the cars out. So we'll go for a bit of a tour around my messy garage instead. We'll go up the front here. And we've got my little 1927 Model T. I did a quick video the other day of it driving around. It hasn't been on the road for a while due to inactivity on my part, and also just trying to get the diff sorted out. Had some wear in the half shafts. They've all been replaced and she's all back on again. And on the other side we have little Citroen. My little Citroen Diane. Bit hard to see at the front there because I park it up close. Beautiful little car. Bloody fun to drive. 602 cc's. Horizontally opposed, air-cooled twin cylinder. Goes like the clappers. Leans like a drunken sailor in a high wind, but never tips over. She's a fun little car. Got her Venetians on the back to keep the Australian sun out. So we'll just move across here, and there's the back of the Model T. And they're the hub. They're the back wheels. Oh, look. Oh, nice shiny new wheels. Nuts on that. I've got to do the front ones yet. They've still got the old ones. So this is an Australian built car. 2627s. Or, well, 25s as well were built, but with Australian bodies by Ford. This is an Australian body built one, or Australian built one. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to learn how to do some photo editing, just to get my mistakes out of the road. So the steering wheel's not original. That's a wooden steering wheel that I've actually had made. The original steering wheel, oh, you can just see it across on the wall over there. It's made out of a product called Fordite, and in hot weather it tends to come off on your hands and leave little black bits all over it. So I had this beautiful wooden steering wheel made by a guy up in Queensland. Absolutely lovely. I've just got beeswax on that. He's also making me a new front hood bow, which is this very front piece of wood here. This side's intact, but the other side's absolutely rotten. In fact, all it is basically a bit of wood dust and a piece of metal I've put in. So this body is exactly the same as the American body by 26 and 27, the last 2 years of the cars. One of the giveaways, fuel tank, moved to up under the scuttle because it's just gravity feed straight through. We can lift that up. Straight through to the engine. So gravity feed through just a filter that I've put in straight into the carburetor there. The old ones, previous to 26 and 27, were under the front seat here, so the fall was only gradual. So that gives you that absolutely false story about having to reverse up hills because low gear wasn't good enough. Had nothing to do with low gear. Low gear will take you up almost any hill. Probably only at walking pace, but you'll get there. It was more the fact that the fuel just didn't run. If you didn't have a great head of fuel in the tank and the hill was too steep, gravity let the fuel run back into the tank instead of the carburetor. So I've got a few accessories on this car. This has got front and rear bumper bars, which to be honest get in the road when you're trying to work on it. I've got the little side steps there, and the little fender guards, don't know what you call those, that'll do. Apart from that, she's pretty much a standard build. I've added blinkers, brake and parking lights. That's the original single light, that's all I'd ever had. Wouldn't have had brake lights originally. Nothing on this side, but again I've got on the saddle the blinkers, park and brake light. Anyway, so then we go around to the latest purchase, which is the 1985 Mazda 929. This is Australian delivered, certainly in Japan, you could get them in a diesel and a rotary version. Ours were all 2-litre single overhead cams. This one, being 85, is carbureted. In 86, you could get both fuel injected and turbocharged. This is a deluxe model. There was a super deluxe as well, but this is the deluxe, but it's been optioned up. So I've got the original purchase certificate. So those mag wheels are an option. They're dealer fitted option. This sunroof is an aftermarket dealer fitted option, and the spoiler is also an option. So he spec'd it up a little bit, but it's a lovely car. It's not registered yet. It only arrived on Christmas Day from South Australia, so no plates, no nothing. So hopefully this coming week I'll get that done. And there's my little modern beastie. Nice, really nice car. I like it, but you know, air conditioned, extremely comfortable, does everything you want it to do, and that's about it. So we'll go back to my little Citroen. Yes, I've left a bit out of poor Subaru. It's a very good car, but yeah, it's not an old car. So here we go. This is the interior of my little Diane. A lot more stylish, very different to the 2CV on which it's based. You know, you've got door panels, you've got a proper dashboard. And by the way, that's not in no way criticizing the 2CV, because I think they're absolutely beautiful, and would love one. And these have got a sliding front window like that, a little twist which pops a pin out to lock it in place, or you twist it, open it back up. Whereas the 2CV had a pop-out panel that clips up that way. Non-opening back to the windows. They're just one solid piece of glass. Nice little interior seat, interior back. That seat folds down, comes out. So it's got an enormous amount of load capacity. Typical fashion. I haven't brought my keys with me, and of course the thing, its back's locked. So you've got a full hatchback on these, and because the spare wheel's mounted in the front, you've actually got a second layer behind under the bottom of the boot. I'll do a better report on that later. I want to take it out and give you a drive in it. I'm just trying to think. What else? Oh, I think that might do of my little poor little garage. As I said, pretty filthy. Lots of stuff stored up in the roof. Model cars, all sorts of rubbish in there. Spare parts. Anybody want the original box, the radiator for the Model T? That I've got a brand new one in there. The old one's in that box. The old roof for the Diane's in that one. I don't throw anything out. I'm a bit of a hoarder. What was that one in there? Oh, they're the car mats. That's right. For the Subaru, I bought carpet mats and then thought, well, that's stupid. So I've got rubber ones now. So I got brand new set. Anyway, so that's a little Subaru. She's a good little car, but I mean, you know, it's a modern car. A bit hard to love, but does everything you want it to do. Okay, well, we'll leave it for there at the moment, and I might have a bit of a play with this and see if I can do some editing, or, you know, I'm happy to take more videos, and I will do some more drive ones. Now that I've got this great little camera, I can really have a play. Oh, this is an updated old phone. The trouble is I've now gone to NBN, and of course this poor thing doesn't work anymore because none of the phone lines do. They use a VoIP system, the NBN, so no longer. Anyway, there's my little 929. God, I'm looking forward to getting that out and taking it for a run. I've driven it around the block twice, but it's not registered, so it's a bit dangerous. I put the seat covers back on. It's got fully fitted lambswool seat covers. Took me about an hour to work out how they came, how they went together, because you've got one part for the headrest, another part for the small back section. You've got the whole seat squab right across, and then you've got the seat itself. So 4 bits, all tailor-made. I can't remember the prices for those in the 80s, but I reckon that was probably $300 worth. Hell of a lot, considering those wheels were $390 for the set. I reckon they were probably, the seat covers were probably $300 as well. I know in the 80s I did have a lambswool seat cover, but I just had the single type seat cover that just was one piece that came down with some straps, because everything else they were too expensive. But God, they're lovely. Anyway, they do tend to push the seat forward a little bit. I can't get it back quite as much as I probably would like, but I don't think it'll be a major problem. Single wiper. So I should send this to Ian Seagrove from Hubnut. He's an absolute fastidious person on wipers and wiper action. That's got a single wiper only, and it works well. Not that we've got rain at the moment. That's part of the problem in Australia. No damn rain. But this thing is just perfect. Not a mark on it. Sorry, there is one mark. I actually found one. Anyway, we'll leave it at there. So hope you all enjoy it. Don't bore you too much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.